Now, okay, you can minimize that. You're right where you need to be. Evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Northwest High. And tonight is senior night against the West High Pioneers. It's boys game only tonight. What you're witnessing is the fourth quarter of the boys junior varsity game. You're going to get some bonus coverage. We're going to show you the entire remainder of the game until its conclusion. The scoreboard you see on your screen is correct. 45-39, West leads Northwest here in the fourth quarter. We don't have rosters for West. Some of the faces on the Northwest High School team will be familiar to you as they also play on the varsity squad. And we'll give you as much information about that as we possibly can going on. West High is in their road maroon uniforms with gold trim, and the Grizzlies are in their home whites with dark numerals and blue trim. 47-39, West leads. There's Hammond putting one up, and he was fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line and shoot two. West High is in the bonus already. Grizzlies will be there after the next foul. This is a two-shot foul, so both teams will be shooting free throws for the remainder of this contest. We came on at 6:30 because we did not want to miss the reason we came on early in the first place. Tonight is senior night here at Northwest, and the senior night ceremonies will be taking place between the JV and the varsity games. We're going to show them to you live. Unfortunately, our camera angle for senior night is not going to be very good because they're going to be facing away from us after they come onto the floor. So we'll catch them as they come out and they are introduced, and we'll let the PA announcer handle the introductions of the players. So you'll have to listen up carefully as the players come out if you're looking to see your favorite player during the senior night ceremonies. Liam Calvert has the ball at the moment, and he just coughed it up. Now he got it back again, and he feeds it back over here on the near side. There's Dirting putting up a three that misses, and we have a foul on the rebound, and I think the foul may be on Calvert. It is, and it's going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity for West High. Pioneers lead by 10, 50-40. We're going to let our outstanding crew here bring you the game. I'm going to turn my mic off, enjoy the contest, the last 4 minutes thereof. varsity squad. Huh? On the floor, 4 is Darian Hammond. 11 is Liam Calvert. And Girding is number 12. 21 is Elijah Boone. He's on the varsity roster, but he has not played in the varsity.
He's strong with the ball, twins.
Here, get in there.
Nice
Down there. Down.
With the parents of the senior cheerleaders, dance team, boys and girls basketball teams, please meet in front of the entrance near the home team stairs. Thank you. With all the parents of the senior cheerleaders, dance team, boys and girls basketball team, please meet in front of the entrance to the home team stairs. Thank you.
The only senior on the girls' team is the manager, Autumn Austin. I don't know how many cheerleaders. Say what? Yeah, well, there's a lot more seniors than football.
How'd the baby get that again?
Come on back.
Good pass.
Kevin, I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Get you
go
3 more then.
inside for
I got you
senior
a
night.
Gatorade, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll be over here.
Okay, yeah, we'll see after senior. I do that all the time. Gabriel. What's your last name? S-T-I-L. There we go. That's good. Good looking pictures too, by the way. Having fun yet? Okay, during the senior night, Gabriel, during the senior night stuff, I want you to aim the camera right over there, bro. Okay? just leave it there, and we'll get them as they come out. And once they come out, then we'll have the camera angles.
Hey, the baby left again. Where you going? Come here so I can tell you shit. Make them count.
We have less than a minute. I'm going to leave yours off until after the game starts. We have less than a minute to go here in the JV game. And then the senior night festivities will commence. 59-47. Grizzlies are down by a dozen with 52 seconds to go in the contest. And I want to give kudos to our production crew tonight. Joining me are Elizabeth Dribben. She'll be on the mic with us later on. Zoey Tucker is your producer engineer. Leslie Bravo is our statistician. Amara Reid is also part of the production crew. And Gabriel Castillo is on camera here tonight. Three-pointer makes it 62-47, 20 seconds to go. Dirting puts one up, and it's short. Rebounded by Trey Hardiman. He'll bring it up across the timeline, and they don't need to do anything except run out the 5 seconds that are left. 2-1-0, and we are final. 62-47, the junior varsity contest goes to West. West also won the C-team game that was played before this one. They won that one by 4 points, 56-52. The varsity squad will be making an attempt to salvage one of the 3 games played on this court today. We're going to ask Gabriel to move the camera over here to where the entry for the, that's perfect right there. Just leave it right there. And we're going to turn it down over to our PA announcer for the introduction of our senior night participants. And we'll do everything we can to make it audible for you. Go to video clips while we're waiting. And remove the commercial. Oh, you've already removed it.
At this time, I'd like to welcome all of the parents
Add the
of
pre-winning
class
interview.
2023. Time and energy you have
Okay,
dedicated
and we'll run that when this is
helping them become well-rounded citizens. Thank you for sharing your children with Wichita Northwest High School. And now, we'd like to present the 2022 senior cheerleaders, dance team, and basketball players. Starting out with the cheerleaders. Our first cheerleader is Mackenzie Atkinson, escorted by Brad and Allie Atkinson. Plans for next year are to attend Friends University in cheer. She's undecided on her major. Next is Jaden Fields, escorted by Kim and Lee. Plans for next year to attend Newman University to study psychology. Our next cheerleader is Chloe Hoyt, escorted by Taylor Berkey and Dribben Hoyt. She's undecided on her plans for next year. Our next cheerleader is Emmeline Cole, escorted by Natalie and Nathan Zoey. Plans for next year are to return to Denmark and attend high school. Our final cheerleader is Hannah Schaefer, escorted by Matt and Melissa Tolan. Plans for next year are to attend the University of Kansas and study pre-med. Let's hear it for our cheerleaders for the class of 2023. Our next is the dance team. Our first dance team member is Liv Calhoun, escorted by Calhoun. Plans for next year to attend UMKC and major in nursing. Next is Elizabeth Diaz, escorted by Rosa Diaz and Salvador Diaz. Plans for next year to attend college. She is undecided on her major. For the dance team, Alexis Williams, escorted by Heather Williams. Plans for next year to attend Kansas State University and major in architecture. And our final dance team member is Jordan Wiltsey, escorted by Christina Boland. Plans for next year to attend Wichita State University and major in psychology. Let's hear it for our seniors 2023 dance team. Next up is girls basketball. We have first is Autumn Austin, escorted by Angela Austin and Jimmy Austin. Autumn's plans next year to attend Fort Hays State University and major in education. Let's hear it from our girls basketball team for 2023. Next up is our boys basketball. Our first basketball player, senior, is L.J. Phillips, escorted by Lyndon Phillips Sr., Melissa Chester, and Earl Chester. Plans for next year to play football at South Dakota University. He is undecided on his major. Our next boys basketball player is David Hudspeth. He's escorted by Gabriel and Tamika Hudspeth. He's undecided on college for next year. And our final senior boys basketball player is Yvonne Glover, escorted by Yolanda Moore and Donald Glover. He is undecided on college next year. Let's hear it for all of our 2023 senior boys basketball team members. And let's give a big hand to all of our seniors. Northwest appreciates your hard work over the last 4 years. Good luck for the rest of your senior year.
Nobody's taking it. But, let me introduce you first. All right, there you have the 2023 seniors here on senior night. 3 boys basketball seniors, 1 girl basketball senior. That being the manager, and a bunch from the dance team and the cheerleading squad all getting recognized here. In between games, the varsity game will be starting here probably 25 minutes from now. They're still gathered, as you can see, in the center of the field, and the boys are ready to warm up. They still have to get everybody off the center of the field. They're still taking a few pictures, and that's the reason for the delay here. Now, athletic director Lance Deckinger is out there, and he's given the word it's time, folks, to move on so we can play a game. This is the second last game of the year. The season wrap-up will be Tuesday at Cape and Mount Carmel. We'll be on the air Tuesday at 5:40 with the Marcus Myers pregame show. Girls and boys will both play on Tuesday. Girls will tip it off at 6. Boys will follow 20 minutes thereafter. So join us at 5:40 for basketball live from Cape and Mount Carmel High School. And the boys are coming out to warm up, and that's going to be our cue to send it to a commercial, and then head coach Andy Hill will join us for our pregame interview. So stay with us. Lots of basketball to come here on NWHS Grizz. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball.
Hey man, you going out for football?
Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Senior Night here at Northwest High. Our opponent tonight, the West High Pioneers, and tonight we honor all of our seniors who've dedicated themselves to the program this year. And before we do that, of course, we're always joined by head coach Andy Hill on our pregame show. And Coach, don't want to dwell on it, but a disappointing result on Tuesday. I know you and the lads were disappointed.
Yeah, definitely. I thought we played really well for 3 quarters. Executed the game plan. We did a nice job on number 50, the big kid, keeping him out of rhythm. And just in the fourth quarter, some things went haywire on us, and then we made some mistakes, and South capitalized on every single one of them. And just how it goes, and all we can do is learn from it and keep battling and go back to work and hope that next time we're in that situation we can close it out. So,
got to give credit to South High. They fought back, and young Mr. Ransom in the fourth quarter scored all 15 of his points in the game in the fourth quarter, and he literally took the team on his back and led him to the win. You got to give him credit for it.
Yeah, you do. The kid played really well, obviously, and we kind of lost track of him a few times. And after he hit that first one, we needed to do a better job of adjusting and not letting him get going like that. And we didn't, and he took advantage.
So let's move on. We've got West High tonight, and we'll talk about West in a minute. But tonight is senior night, and this is the night where you get to recognize all of our seniors and across the board in all sports that are going to be participating in the ceremonies tonight. Let's talk about your basketball seniors and what they've meant to this program.
Yeah, I'd love to. Senior night's always a fun night. It's great to honor those kids and what they mean to the program and what they've brought to things. We're blessed with 3 really great seniors. David Hudspeth, we'll talk about first. He's a kid that he played for us in the program his freshman year and played some C team and JV, and then did not play his sophomore year or his junior year, for a variety of reasons. One of them, the COVID season, I think his parents didn't want him to play, and then some stuff last year. But we were really, really lucky, obviously, to get him back in the mix this year. He's been really, really good for us. Great kid, great young man. Part of our early college academy here at Northwest, so he's a great student as well, and just is really fun to have around, and he's been a big difference maker for us this year. LJ Phillips, obviously, probably the most well-known kid we have around the area because of what he does on the football field, but anyone that's here in the building and knows LJ just knows that as much as he is a great athlete, he's an even better person, and he's just the kind of kid that people want to be around him. He's got kind of a magnetic personality, very funny kid, easy to talk to. There's not a person in the building, kid or adult, that doesn't like LJ and respect LJ and just want to be around him. So I'm so happy for him and the success that he's had, getting that college scholarship, going to be a Division I football player. And we've been really lucky to have him as a part of our program. He's another one that, he's been in the program for 4 years, wasn't able to play last year because of the injury. But just to get him out on the court and the energy that he brings and the toughness, we're very fortunate to have him. And it's been a pleasure to be just a small part of his life for these last 4 years. And then Javon Glover, his story is interesting too. He actually got cut from our program as a freshman. He tried out, and he hadn't really grown into his body yet, and he was kind of one of those borderline kids, and didn't end up making it. And
that's hard to believe now.
Yeah. And it's just a testament to him and his love for the game that we always tell kids when we make cuts, like, hey, if you love the game, keep working, don't give up on it. And I think he took that to heart and, just kept working. His sophomore year, he came in and showed a ton of improvement, played on the JV team as a sophomore, and then kept working and kept growing a little bit. Last year, as a junior, made it into the varsity rotation on a really good senior-laden team. Kind of our 7th, 8th guy off the bench, but did a lot of really good things for us at that level. And then obviously this year he's taken that next step. So it's always fun with those kids to just kind of be able to watch them grow over the period of 4 years. And even as much as he's grown, athletically and as a player, he's grown up a lot emotionally too, and just to see that maturity happen over time, and to be able to again say that I got to play a small part in that. It takes a whole community and a whole village, starting with his family and all the teachers here and all the adults in their lives and the kids as well. But to have a small part in a kid's growth over 4 years is kind of the reason why we do it. And so it's definitely, I'm glad to honor him and all those guys, and it's going to be a fun night.
And it's also a testament to you, just to piggyback on Glover a minute. It's a testament not only to you, but to the rest of your coaching staff as well, and the coaches in any sport in which kids participate. You coaches play a very influential part in these kids' lives throughout their high school career, maybe more so than you realize, but it sure shows on and off the field as they're seniors.
Well, yeah, that's kind of you to say. I think when you go into this profession, most of us, we come into it for the right reasons, and that is the reason, is that we want to be able to impact kids and help them, yes, as an athlete, but more so just to grow as a person, and to leave high school with the tools to be a successful, young adult in the next step of their lives. And anytime we can feel like, we've played a role in that, whether it's a small role or a bigger role, it's a good feeling. It really is. And I think the best payout that you get as a coach is when your student athletes a year later or 2 years later or 5 years later come back and, they still want you to be a part of their lives. And it's such a blessing and an honor when that happens. And I've got lots of guys that I still talk to and I stay in touch with. Easton Ruffin is having a great career at Friends, and David Dunn, all those guys. We've got text messages going, and that is really why you do it, and that's kind of what keeps you going is those relationships that you build over time.
Well, congratulations to you and your staff for what you've done for these kids, and I know that it's appreciated not only by them but their families as well.
Well, thank you. It's kind of you.
Let's turn our attention now real quickly to you have an opponent tonight. The West High Pioneers are in for our second meeting with them, and what are you looking at tonight as far as West is concerned?
Good basketball team, playing really hard. They got off to a really hot start of the season. They were 4-1 at one point, I think, and had an injury bug hit them a little bit, and they've kind of labored through the middle stretch of the season, but I think they're still playing good basketball. They're very well coached. They execute what they do extremely well and play really hard. So it's going to be a difficult opponent on senior night and one we got to be ready for.
Okay, well, injury bug for us.
We're okay.
Great. Best of luck to you tonight on senior night against the West High Pioneers, and we'll look forward to a visit on Tuesday before our final regular season game at Cape and Mount Carmel.
All right, sounds good, Kevin. Thank you.
Head Coach Andy Hill in our pregame show. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 90-second timeout. Jonathan Shue will join me, and we'll bring you the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's game against the West High Pioneers. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies basketball is on the air. Welcome to another season of basketball, Grizzlies style, as Northwest pursues a 6A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long on their YouTube page with links available at NWHS Grizz. Grizzlies basketball is sponsored this year in part by Mel Hambledon Ford at the big corner of 119th West and Kellogg. We're better. We're proving it. You be the judge. And by Andrews Cleaning Service, with programs for residential, commercial, or special cleaning projects. Check them out at wichitacleaningservice.com. And by Keystone Solid Services, providing quality granite countertop products for your home. Check them out at KeystoneSolidServices.com. And by Todd Eflin Narrates, voice acting for just about anything with words, commercials, training videos, audiobook, and telephone services. Find me at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com. And now, let's go courtside for today's contest. And your host, Kevin Arkin.
Thank you, Todd Eflin. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wichita Northwest High School. Our final regular season home game tonight features your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies and the Pioneers of West High School. We finish up our season Tuesday on the road at Cape and Mount Carmel. In a doubleheader, we'll bring you live starting at 5:40. More about that later on. And then next Thursday, which is the last night of the regular season in the state of Kansas, Northwest has a bye. So our season will end 2 days before everyone else in the City League because it just happens to be our bye night 1 week from today. We're about 5 minutes away from the introduction of the starting lineups. You can hear the band is playing in the background. We have a good crowd on hand. And it's time for me to welcome in my broadcast partner tonight, Elizabeth Dribben. And Elizabeth, a lot of excitement in the building. This is the last home game.
Definitely. I feel some tension.
Tension? If there's any tension, it's because this is a game the Grizzlies really need to win. They come into the game tonight 11-7 on the season. They are trying to qualify to host a playoff game 2 weeks from a week from next Tuesday. In order to do that, they really need to win tonight. They need to win one of their last 2 games to have a chance, and their best chance of winning one of their last 2 games will come here tonight. Cape and Mount Carmel at their place, going to be a formidable opponent. They have not lost the game there all year. You have to be realistic and understand you'll want to win tonight to get that home field advantage in the first round.
You definitely do. And the last 2 teams that played on this court lost. So let's hope that we get an advantage.
That's the last 2 Northwest teams.
Yeah.
Because the girls did not play today, they moved all of the sub-varsity games into this building instead of playing them in the auxiliary gym here. So the C team lost 56-52. The junior varsity lost their game as well. So the Grizzlies varsity is trying to snag one for the team here tonight, hoping to win 1 game here of the 3 at home. We have a full student crew here tonight, and I want to introduce them one more time. Besides Elizabeth, who's on mic with me here tonight, Zoey Tucker is our producer engineer. She's going to be running the board here tonight. Leslie Bravo's doing stats for us. As always, she does a wonderful job. Amara Reid will be taking over at halftime on the board, and Gabriel Castillo is on camera here in the first half of this contest. So that's our crew. I want to remind you all that this is a student-driven production, and these students are here led by the audiovisual program under the direction of Mr. Shane Munro. And as such, this is indeed an extension of the classroom for these kids. They are here to learn something tonight, not only to have some fun doing it, but to learn something as well. A couple of these kids have been here before. In fact, the only rookie tonight is Zoey Tucker, and we threw her right to the wolves here tonight and put her on the board to start the game. We have learned since we tried to go on air at 6:30, and we're not aware that there was a technical problem, and our first 30 minutes of broadcast may not have gone out. We will not know that until we upload the podcast tonight. If that is true, we think we have the senior night festivities in the can downloaded onto our computer here, and if that's the case, I will dig them out and upload them as a separate program tomorrow. It'll be on the video clips side of NWHS Grizz by noon tomorrow. If we are unable to do that, it won't be there. But I think that we did launch everything locally, and for some reason, YouTube had dropped sometime after we launched, and it may have been that it never launched and we missed it. If it dropped after we launched, we may or may not have gotten the senior night festivities. We'll do everything we can to get those for you because we did promise that to you. And like I said, if it's not on the game broadcast you're now watching, then we will try and upload it and send it to the video clip section tomorrow. 30 seconds here until we, Gabe, you get the flag for me? The flag on the camera.
Point the camera towards the flag.
There we go.
There, okay.
All righty. As I said, this is an extension of the classroom, and you will hear me giving instructions to these youngsters here tonight from time to time. We hope that doesn't detract from what you're hearing and seeing. A big round of applause for Sam Leopold playing the national anthem here tonight. Did a great job on his solo. That is one of the hardest things in the world to play, especially on a trumpet, and Sam was up to the task. Now it's time for the starting lineups, and we're going to start with the West High Pioneers. 5'8", senior guard number 3, Terrence Hutton. 6 foot, junior forward, Trayshawn Higgins wears number 4. 5'10", senior guard number 5, LaJacy Valdez. 6'6", junior center, Gavin Phillips wears number 21, and number 22, a 6-foot senior forward, Kamari Bigelow, head coach for. Somehow I didn't get the coaches on here. Well, I can't give you the coaching information. It wasn't provided to me. Let's go ahead and give you the introduction now of the starting lineups for your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies. Number 2 is a 5'9" junior guard, Tayshawn Williams. 5'11" sophomore guard, number 5, Eli Benning. 5'9" senior guard, number 10, David Hudspeth. 6'4" senior forward, number 22, Javon Glover. And 5'8" senior guard, number 24, LJ Phillips. Head coach for Northwest is Andy Hill. He's assisted by Gavin Darr, Kylan Hawkins, and Jim Murnaugh. The managers are Vicente Partida, Rashad Dickinson, and Quntis Henderson. And we need to give a big shout out also to our scorekeeper, Linda Hill, who is every game providing us information throughout the game, including the starting lineup. She runs up and down those steps for us and get that information to us. We cannot thank her enough. Also want to give credit to our director of the band, Gary Leopold, our cheer coach, Megan Schumann, and her assistant, her husband, Zach, and the dance coach, Madeline Marshall. Grizzlies in their home whites will play from left to right here in the first half. Facing off, Gavin Phillips of West High against Javon Glover. West High in their maroon uniforms with gold trim. West High wins the opening tip. We're underway here at Northwest. On the floor for the Grizzlies, your starting 5. Tayshawn Williams, Eli Benning, David Hudspeth, Javon Glover, and LJ Phillips. Around the horn it goes. Over here on the near side, Higgins has it. Higgins gives it off to Phillips. Back to Higgins. In the paint is Phillips. He's going to spin. He puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebounded by LJ Phillips. Williams brings it down the floor. Looking for help. So far doesn't get it. Sends it out to Eli Benning. Benning, number 5, drives into the paint. He goes, puts it up from 8 feet, and it's good. And Northwest takes the early lead, 2-0. That ball goes out of play.
Northwest possession.
And it will turn over to the Grizzlies. Eli Benning with it. Brings it across the top. He gives it to David. Hudspeth brings it across the timeline to Phillips. Phillips with it. Spin move. Pulls it back out. Now he tries to drive. Booted it. And it's picked off there by Gavin Phillips for West High. Down into the paint. Putting it up. And a foul called. Hutton will go to the line and shoot a pair. Or did they call a charge? Yes, they did. Or did they call anything? What did they call? Well, they didn't call a foul because there's nothing on the board. They just call it, maybe it must have been a travel. There's one that's thrown away, and here comes West High back. Trayshawn Higgins gives it over on the far side to Terrence Hutton. Hutton now to Bigelow. Bigelow back to Hutton. Phillips in the paint, dishes it off to Trayshawn Higgins. Back to Phillips off the glass, no good, rebounded by David Hudspeth. Hudspeth to Benning, back to Hudspeth for three. Good! And it's a 5-0 lead for Northwest. Somehow they gave the points on the scoreboard to the wrong team.
They'll fix it.
They will fix that. And there's a 2-pointer by West.
There
and
we
it's
go.
5-2. Well, they got it fixed the old-fashioned way. Underneath, Javon Glover, count it. 7-2 Grizzlies, 5:38 to go, first quarter. Nice start for Northwest. After a bitter and very disappointing finish on Tuesday night at South High. They realize the importance of this game. There's Higgins for three, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by L.J. Phillips, and he threw it away. Actually, Javon Glover and Phillips miscommunicated. L.J. passed to him, but Javon had already taken off down court, not realizing the ball was coming in his direction.
Simple mistake.
Phillips takes the inbound pass. He's in the paint. Spin move, puts it up, doesn't go. Rebound to Eli Benning. Here comes Benning down the floor. Coast to coast off the glass, doesn't go. Rebounded by Hutton. Hutton brings it up. Bigelow has it. And Bigelow will slow it down. Thought about a three, thought better of it. And gives it to Valdez. Phillips for three. Nothing but net. We're 7-5. We're only up by 2. 4:39 to go, first quarter. Hutton, coast to coast. Not Hutton, Hudspeth, excuse me. He missed, rebounded by West. Here comes Hutton with it. And Hutton scores. And we're tied at 7. So the 5-point lead evaporates in a real hurry.
Northwest trying to set up the offense, trying to make something happen.
Williams drives, puts it up left-handed, counted.
And one.
He'll go to the line and shoot one. Let's see who that foul is charged against. It's charged against Terrence Hutton. That's the first foul of the game for either team. Subbing in for Northwest is the 6'2" junior forward, Jerome Henderson. Also coming in for Northwest is Sincere Thompson. Number 13 is 6'11" junior guard. Hudspeth and Phillips take a seat. Williams at the line shooting one. He makes the three-point play. It's 10-7 Northwest. 4:05 to go in the first.
And that's about to evaporate.
Hutton gives it off to Higgins. Higgins to Phillips. Phillips drives under the basket, dishes it back off. And Hutton puts it up, missing everything. And it's rebounded by Tayshawn Williams. Williams will bring it across the timeline. Underneath, Sincere Thompson, beautiful play. And the Grizzlies have their 5-point lead back.
Never mind.
Trayshawn Higgins to Hutton for three, off the rim and over the backboard. That'll turn it over to Northwest. L.J. Phillips getting set to come back in. He will come back in now. And who's he going in for but Javon Glover? Let's reset the lineup for you. It's Tayshawn Williams, Eli Benning, Sincere Thompson, Jerome Henderson, and L.J. Phillips. Your 5 on the floor here with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Grizzlies lead 12-7. Williams thought about it, dished it off to Henderson. Henderson to Benning. Benning on the near side. Drives, sends it all the way over to Williams. Williams in the corner, doesn't have a good shot, sends it back over to Benning. Benning drives into the paint, gives it back to Williams for three. Good! Tayshawn Williams gives us an 8-point lead.
But the closeout was good.
2:39 to go in the first.
Risky pass leads to a good three-pointer. Okay, I like that.
They can do that all night long.
As long as it doesn't turn into a turnover. Very good.
Phillips with it. Thought about a three. Now drives. Lost the ball. Got it back. Hutton has it on the far side. And they're going to call something here. They're calling a foul on L.J. Phillips. It's a pretty tough foul.
LJ's first of the night.
First team foul on Northwest. Bigelow comes back in for West High, replacing Valdez. West will inbound. Hutton has it, top of the key. Gives it to Phillips. At the line, back to Hutton. Hutton in the corner. There's a long three, and it's good by Trayshawn Higgins. And it's 15-10 Northwest. Williams brings it up the floor. Thought about it, puts it up, lost the ball, went off his knee, and it'll go out of bounds to West High.
He's a really shifty player, too. Sometimes that's an advantage, sometimes a disadvantage.
Hutton takes it for West High on the far side. Back over here to Higgins. Higgins to Phillips. To Hutton. Back out here to Bigelow. Well, I've named everybody on the floor for West High now. Phillips for three, good. You can't give him that uncontested three. He's canned it twice. The lead has gone from 8 to 2. 15-13, Williams with the ball. Phillips, Benning for three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Gavin Phillips. Here comes West High back with it. Hutton has it for the Pioneers. He dishes it off to Basks. Basks for three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Williams. Here come the Grizzlies down the floor. Williams for three. Rimmed out, no good. Rebounded by Gavin Phillips. And Phillips using his height at 6'6" to get those rebounds.
He's going to have a double-double at the end of the night, I promise you.
Bass with it, gives it away to Phillips. In the paint, that's going to be a travel as Higgins slipped on the floor and his feet went out from under him. Subbing in for Northwest, Hudspeth comes back for Benning. 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. I need you to go into clips.
Let's see what Northwest can do with this
Remove that and put the
opportunity. With
commercial
20 seconds left, 15-13. Northwest is leading by 2 out of this possession. Hopefully it's good.
Sincere Thompson, 8 seconds to go. Hudspeth. Williams. Off the glass, counted. 1 second, and that'll do it. At the end of one, it's Northwest 17 and West High 13. We'll be back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball. Back at Northwest for the start of the second period. Northwest will inbound to start play. On the floor for the Grizzlies, David Hudspeth, Tayshawn Williams, Sincere Thompson, Jerome Henderson and Javon Glover. That's the 5 on the floor as we start the second period of play. Grizzlies start this period with the ball and a 4-point lead. Thompson, top of the key. Moving it around, up off the glass, doesn't go. Rebounded by Bigelow for West High. Bigelow with it again. Sends it on the far side to Higgins. And off the glass, Valdez misses a long 3. Rebounded by Williams. He brings it down the floor. In the paint, off the glass, counted.
And 1 for Williams, right?
Yep, it is a foul.
I don't have a score sheet, so I can't tell you.
Oh, yeah, you do. Hang on a minute.
Do?
We have 2. Oh, you know what? Leslie has it.
Oh.
However, I'm willing to share.
Thanks. I appreciate it. It's too kind.
Williams for a 3-pointer, gets it, 20-13. The Grizzlies up by a touchdown again. 7:25 to go, second period. Valdez with it, gives it off to Higgins. Higgins to Phillips, to Basks, and now to Higgins again for 3. He missed. Hudspeth got the rebound, now over to Glover. Glover drives in the paint, off the glass, doesn't go. Henderson gets the rebound, and the Grizzlies will try it again. Hudspeth for 3 on this side, missed everything. And the rebound to Gavin Phillips, up the court, Bigelow. To Phillips for 3, and the uncontested 3. Phillips is going to can him every time. He's had nothing but net 3 times. 20-16, Grizzlies.
He has 9 points and a couple of rebounds. He's got to have a double-double.
He's headed there. Underneath to Hudspeth. He dishes it back out. There's a 3-point try off the glass. No good. Rebound to Sincere Thompson, and he scores. Beautiful play by Thompson to get the rebound and put it back. 22-16 Grizzlies. Gavin Phillips gives it off to Valdez, puts up a 3 and misses. He's missed all of his. Hudspeth goes deep, double team, sends it back out to Henderson, now over to Williams for 3. Off the heel, no good, rebounded by Glover. Williams again with it, puts it up, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Oh, don't tell me they called him for a charge. Surely not, but they did. So an offensive foul on Williams. And he's still asking what happened. Thompson takes a seat.
That was a little weird. A little risky, but okay.
Valdez with it. Phillips gives it to Hutton. Up off the glass and counted. 22-18 Northwest. Each team with 2 fouls in the first half, a low fouling half. And I think part of that reason is not only the play of the players, but the pace that has been set by the officials here. On the far side, up it goes. Bass for 3, good. Grizzlies' 7-point lead is down to 1. We have a 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. And this is an opportunity for me to ask you, if you're watching this on your computer screen, to make our game presentation a little smaller so you get the background of YouTube, and you'll see the NWHS Grizz subscribe button. We ask you to please take a moment, subscribe to NWHS Grizz. It'll make it easier for you to find everything, for one thing, and the school benefits from your subscription. Costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe except the click of a finger. No money involved from you, but again, the audiovisual program here at Northwest will benefit by your subscription, so we ask you to please take a moment and subscribe to NWHS Grizz. Northwest coming out of the timeout with the ball and the lead. Benning will inbound it to Hudspeth. Liam Calvert, the 6'2" sophomore forward, is into the game, number 11. Benning almost lost it, splits two defenders. Underneath, Glover, yes! What a great play by Glover and Benning.
Risk leaves to award for Northwest.
Hutton in the paint to Phillips. It goes up, the shot's blocked. Putback doesn't go. And the third time he's fouled, I think Glover got him.
Right.
We'll see who they call it on. It is on Javon Glover. That'll be his first, third team foul, and it will send Gavin Phillips to the line to shoot a pair.
For me, I'll just get used to saying the name Phillips because we have LJ Phillips and Gavin Phillips.
That's why I use first names.
Yeah.
Phillips' first one is good. Trying to get it, but down to one. Grizzlies led by 7 just a moment ago. Gavin Phillips makes them both 24-23 Northwest. Benning inbounds it to Tayshawn Williams. Hudspeth, Calvert, and Glover also on the floor for Northwest. 4:14 to go, second quarter. That one is stolen by Hutton. Pretty good play by Hutton. And he's going to go coast to coast and score. Well, Hutton did it all on that play, and all of a sudden the Grizzlies trail for the first time tonight. Three-two zone being employed by West High here. Now it breaks down, and that one goes out of play off of the leg of a Pioneer. It'll be Northwest basketball. I don't know who's going to inbound it. Somebody looks like it'll be Hudspeth. And he gets it to Benning. Benning out to Williams.
Williams has set up the play.
Williams takes it himself. Up off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound to Hudspeth. Put back, doesn't go. Williams has his shot blocked. It goes out of play. It'll stay with Northwest.
Phillips with the block.
3 tries at the basket. They can't get one home. They're lucky to still have possession of the ball. Javon Glover to Benning. Benning from 12 feet. Doesn't go. Rebounded there by Basks. Out here, and Valdez finally gets a 3. He's tried 4 times. He finally made one. And the Grizzlies are down by 4 points.
That was a Steph Curry free. He just shot it and turned around.
Here's Williams giving it to Benning. Again, the 3-2 zone is in place. Tayshawn Williams tried to shoot it over the zone. It's rebounded by Hudspeth. He gives it to Benning. Benning underneath to Glover. It's blocked, and coming away with it is Bass. Robert Bass will send it across the way to Hutton. Now driving underneath the basket, putting it up. It's blocked by Glover. And Gavin Phillips scores. We're down by 6, and Northwest is going to take a full timeout, and we're going to take the timeout with them. Go to commercial. So stay with us. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is Grizzly basketball. Back at Northwest, the Grizzlies down by 6. That's their biggest deficit of the game. They've led by as many as 7. Second quarter not being kind to Northwest.
That's the scores.
Oh. Yeah. You can update us with that next time out.
Okay.
Hutton gets the rebound off the missed shot by Northwest, and it is literally taken away by L.J. Phillips, and they're going to call him for a foul. Looked like he had all ball to me, but the foul will stand. It's the 4th team foul, the second on Phillips. He'll come out. Sincere Thompson will go in for him. Higgins will inbound to Hutton. West with a 6-point lead and the ball. Round the horn it goes on the far side. Valdez has it. Phillips to Higgins, misses the 3, and it's rebounded by Eli Benning. Benning brings it down the floor himself. Gives it off to Williams. Williams, a long 3, in and out, no good. Put back by Glover is good, and the Grizzlies cut the lead. 1:30 to go. They're down by 4. Bask sends it out to Higgins. Now to Hutton for 3. Nothing but net. These uncontested 3s are killing us, and I know that I'm sure Andy Hill will be talking about this at halftime. The Grizzlies now down by 7.
We were up by 7 at the beginning.
We were up by 7 a short time ago, yes.
And it has disappeared.
Hudspeth for 3. Good. That cuts it back down to 4, less than a minute to go in the second quarter. And I'd love to tell you about all the halftime guests we have for you at halftime, but our halftime guest is going to be the band.
Pretty good halftime guest.
There's a miss and a rebound by Glover. 32 to go. Last shot time for Northwest. They can get it within 1 or 2 if they can score on this possession. Williams.
Taking his time.
Running clock, 13 to go. 10 to go. 6 to go. Gives it away, put up and good by Sincere Thompson, and that'll do it. So the Grizzlies, who were down by 7 a moment ago, go into halftime down only by 2 points. 1 moment, please. Move that and add the halftime. There you go. Back with our halftime extravaganza, whatever it is, in 2 minutes. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
That's the combination of the cheerleaders and the dance team performing, and now the dance team will perform for you here at halftime. That's the dance team performing for you at halftime, and score at half is West High 33, Northwest 31. And here is Elizabeth to give you the totals for the first half.
For the West boys, for Basque, we got 3. For Hudson, we got 8. For Higgins, we got 3. For Valleys, we got 6. For Phillips, we got 13. And for Bigelow, we got 2. Now for Northwest, for Williams, we got 11. Benning, we got 4, I believe, or 2. David, for Haspick, we got 6. Thompson, we got 6. Glover, 4. And LJ Phillips, scoreless.
Pretty close game here in the first half. Grizzlies have led by as many as 8, and they've trailed by as many as 7. And they trailed by 7 with a minute to go in the second quarter. So it definitely been a lot of swinging up and down here in this first half. And this is an important game for Northwest. Their chances of getting a home playoff game ride on this game more so than any other, because our final game of the season will be at Capon, and you have to be realistic. It would be a huge mountain to climb and a major upset if the once defeated Capon Mount Carmel Crusaders were to fall to us at home on their last game of the season. We've got about 3 minutes or so to go here in halftime. We're going to go ahead and take a break and thank our sponsors one more time. And then we'll be back with the second half. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the is Grizzly Basketball. Welcome back to Northwest, where the Grizzlies trail at half, 33-31. With our outstanding crew of Zoey Tucker, Leslie Bravo, Amara Reid, and Gabriel Castillo, and my broadcast partner Elizabeth Dribben, Kevin Arkin with you. Glad to have you on board wherever you are on planet Earth, and if you're part of the West High community tuning into our game tonight, we welcome you and hope you're enjoying the webcast of West High and Grizzly basketball. West High will get the ball to start play in the second half, and they'll do so with a 2-point lead. Foul-wise, the only player on either team that has more than one foul is A.J. Phillips. He has 2. So no one is in real foul trouble here tonight.
Phillips is about to get there. I meant LJ Phillips, not West Phillips.
Yeah, Gavin Phillips is who you're thinking of.
Yeah. That's got to get really confusing eventually.
Last minute instructions being given, as you can see, by head coach Andy Hill before the teams take the court here. Really want to thank our pep band, of which Zoey Tucker is a member, I'm told. They have done a great job throughout the season. I think we have the best pep band in Wichita, bar none.
I agree with that.
I stand behind that statement.
And we're totally not biased at all.
No, not at all. Getting set for the start of the third quarter. On the floor for the Grizzlies, David Hudspeth, L.J. Phillips, Eli Benning, Tayshawn Williams, and Javon Glover. Grizzlies will play from right to left here in the second half. West High inbounds the ball. We're underway. Higgins has it. Sends it on the far side. Hutton puts up a 3 and it's blocked. And a foul's going to be called on Glover, trying to get the block shot. That'll be Glover's second foul. Team's first foul. Over on the near side, Valdez saves it and gives it to Higgins. Valdez with it. I'm sorry, Bigelow has it. Bigelow for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Benning, and it would be nice if the West High Pioneers would get cold going for those threes. Williams, on the other hand, it would be nice if he were to get hot going for those threes. He just missed one. Glover, rebound. Hudspeth for 3. Off the rim, no good. Neither team able to hit here early on in the third quarter. Hutton dishes it off to Bigelow, back to Hutton, top of the key. On the far side, Gavin Phillips gives it to Valdez. Higgins again in the corner for 3 is Hutton, and he missed, and it's rebounded by Benning. Here come the Grizzlies back.
Hoping to make something.
Dishes it off to Hudspeth. Hudspeth underneath to Glover. What a pass and a great score. We're tied at 33. Great way to start the second half for Northwest on a beautiful assist play. Terrence Hutton with it for West High. Gives it to Higgins. Higgins on the near side with it. 4-3. Hutton misses, rebounded by Benning. That's 2 in a row. Benning brings it down in the paint. Gives it to Hudspeth underneath to Glover. Yes! Do that all night long, boys. We lead by 2.
Something I wish Northwest can do is drill those threes. We need those threes.
Hutton gets a 2-point basket, and a timeout has been taken by West tied at 35 with 5:38 to go. And this is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here and take a moment to thank all of our sponsors. And they include Mel Hamilton Ford at the big corner for 119th Street West and Kellogg. Todd Eflin narrates. Go to toddeflin.com, TODDEFLIN. Todd will handle any voiceover needs you may have for commercials, phones, equipment, instructions, or whatever. Christopher Daniels, Jewelry and Watch Repair, 8720 West Central. Jensen Chiropractic Clinic. Chance Transmission, Made Pro, MAID, of Wichita. Taco Prano at 21st and Tyler. Keystone Solid Surfaces, and Andrews Cleaning Service. Grizzlies inbound. No changes in personnel. Hudsmith will bring it across the timeline. He gives it to Benning. Benning gives it to Phillips in the corner, on Williams rather. He gives it to LJ, and LJ scores, but it's not going to count. They're going to call a foul instead. That'll be the foul's on Trayshawn Higgins, and it will send Tayshawn Williams to the line to shoot two. First one is up and short. Williams now will get one chance here to give Northwest the lead.
I don't like ties. Let's make this thing interesting, which is already interesting, so.
Second one is good. 36-35 Northwest. Pioneers bring it down the floor. Terrence Hutton with it. Gives it to Higgins. To Phillips, to Hutton. On the far side. That'll be Valdez pulling it back out. Gives it to Hutton. To Higgins again. Nice motion offense by West High. Gavin Phillips, top of the key, has Glover on him. Into the paint goes Higgins, and he had his shot blocked. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pioneers.
Blocked by Glover, right? Glover? Beautiful block.
That was Glover, and it was a good block. And there's Benning. He picked it off, but it went out of play, and it will turn right back over to West High. Gavin Phillips, his shot is blocked by LJ Phillips, who's giving up 6 inches. There's a long bomb by Basks for 3, and we're down by 2, 38-36. Williams had the ball picked off, and LJ is going to get called for a foul. Gavin Phillips, a nice display of sportsmanship, helping Tayshawn Williams back up. That's always appreciated. Inbounded to Hutton. Hutton brings it down the near side. And Higgins has it on the baseline underneath, and that one's taken away by Hudsmith. A long one to Williams. Williams off the glass, it's good, and we're tied at 38 with 4:02 to go in the third. Hutton in the paint, off the glass, count it. 40-38 West. Pioneers are not going away. That one gets thrown out of bounds, and that should turn over to, or will it? Yes, it will turn over to Northwest.
I think it got tipped by Phillip.
I don't think so. I think that went out cleanly untouched, and it'll be Northwest ball.
Okay.
Williams from 15 dishes it off. Underneath the Benning, yes. Inside the paint, points are big, and we're tied at 40. Gavin Phillips. Higgins for 3, nothing but net.
Beautiful assist by Phillips, too, to set up that wide open three.
Williams brings it back across the timeline now, trying to get Northwest back in it. And a foul's called. Foul's on Bigelow. Each team with 2 team fouls now. Grizzlies will inbound. That's Benning with it. Underneath to Henderson. Count it. Beautiful play. Grizzlies down by 1, 43-42. Bass for 3. Uncontested. Missed. Rebound to Hutton. Terrence Hutton. In the paint, and that one is blocked by Glover, and here it goes. Williams, 1-on-2, scores. Grizzlies lead 44-43, 2:30 to go. Bigelow sends it back out to Basks. Back to Bigelow. Higgins to Basks again, and that one's picked off by Benning. 2-on-1 break. He gives it away to Glover, who dunks it. Javon Glover gets the dunk, and the crowd loves it. 46-43 Northwest. And now what do they call him?
No clue. No timeout, I guess? No timeout. If it even was a timeout, I don't.
Oh, there is a clock has stopped. The referee stopped playing. I don't know why. In the paint. Hutton can't make it go. It's rebounded by Henderson. Here comes Benning with it. Benning underneath. Thompson can't get it to go, but there's Glover again with a putback, and the Grizzlies are up by 5. Hutton over the top of Sincere Thompson. Boy, he went down hard. Both teams helping him up. Sincere Thompson charged with his first foul. That's the 3rd team foul of the 3rd quarter. Hutton will shoot a pair.
That was a really hard fall.
That was. He went down hard. Good to see he's not injured. Hutton's first one is good. L.J. Phillips comes in for Glover. L.T. Phillips. L.J. Phillips. Where am I getting L.T.?
LJ, LT, makes sense.
Hutton has one more. And he makes them both. 48-45. Grizzlies by 3 and the ball. 1:35 to go. Benning brings it across the timeline into the corner for Williams. Williams sends it back out. Thompson on the glass. It rolls in and out. Put back by Phillips, doesn't go. And what are they going to call? It looks like they're going to call L.J. Phillips for a foul. That's his 4th. L.J. will come out and Glover will come in for him. We set the lineup for you. We have Henderson, Williams, Benning, Thompson, and Glover on the floor for Northwest. Hutton with it. Valdez tried for 3. It didn't go. The putback didn't go by Phillips. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Grizzly basketball with 1:06 to play in the 3rd.
Of course, with Glover's help, that would have never been possible.
Glover's been great on the defensive boards here tonight. Tayshawn Williams brings it across the timeline. Less than a minute to go in the quarter. Benning. Williams for 3. Good! Grizzlies back up by 6. Gavin Phillips gives it to Hutton. Hutton to Higgins. Valdez. Good shot. Taken away by Benning. Thompson lays it in. 53-45, 19 seconds to go. West may play for one here. That one's deflected out of play by Sincere Thompson. Good defensive move. It'll stay with West. They'll have it with 11 to go. Grizzlies have their largest lead of the game now, 8 points. That one underneath, count it, by Hutton.
Drum roll, please.
4, 3, 2, 1. And yes, at the buzzer, Sincere Thompson scores. And we're done with 3. And after 3 quarters of play, Northwest leads 55-47. We'll be back with the 4th quarter in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. With Zoey Tucker, Leslie Bravo, Amara Reid, Gabe Castillo, and Elizabeth Dribben. Kevin Arkin with you. Start of the 4th quarter, Northwest will inbound to start play with an 8-point lead. And we are back underway. On the floor for Northwest, it's Williams, Thompson, Benning, Liam Calvert, and Jerome Henderson. Your 5 on the floor as we start the 4th quarter. And let's hope this is not deja vu all over again. Grizzlies led by 10 after 3 quarters on Tuesday and couldn't hang on. They need to play like it's tied. Williams off the heel. Liam Calvert gets the rebound, sends it back out to Benning. We'll do it all over again. Benning into the paint, dishes it off to Williams. Williams underneath, puts it up, and it goes. 10-point lead for the Grizzlies, 57-47. Basks has it for West High. Underneath, Gavin Phillips, easy lay-in. Benning has it for Northwest. Calvert for 3. Good! Liam Calvert, 60-49. The lead is 11.
Let's see what they can do.
Hutton gives it to Phillips. Phillips lost the ball, and unfortunately it rolled out of bounds. It'll stay with West. But a nice defensive play that time by the Grizzlies. 6:40 to go. Glover comes in, and he will replace Liam Calvert. Grizzlies by 11. Liam Calvert with a big three-pointer a moment ago.
Please keep the lead.
Higgins is fouled going up. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
Who?
Maybe. Oh, they're calling a jump ball. Excuse me. They call a jump ball, and on the alternating possession, arguably the dumbest rule in all of sports, the ball goes over to West. Underneath, Gavin Phillips is fouled going up. He will go to the line and shoot 2. 6:26 to go. That's 5 team fouls for Northwest, only 2 for the Pioneers in this half. Phillips puts it up, and it's good. 60-50, and he'll have one more. We're on the air Tuesday from Cape and Mount Carmel at 5:40 p.m. Phillips makes them both. It's a 9-point lead.
That keeping game, I'll grab my popcorn and just enjoy it.
Out it comes. Henderson for 3. Good! Jerome Henderson makes the lead 12 points. Biggest lead of the night.
And please keep it.
Higgins with it underneath. Tried to get it to Bass. It was intercepted by Henderson on the far side. That's Glover. Reverse layup doesn't go, but Williams is there for the putback and count it. 65-51, 14-point lead. 5:40 to go in the fourth. Hutton in the paint looking for help. Gets it from Valdez. There's a long 3 attempt that misses everything. Williams gets the rebound for Northwest. Sends it.
Jesus.
I don't know if that was intended to be a pass or what, but the ball stayed in play, and the Grizzlies got it back. Henderson, yes! 67-51, a full timeout being taken by the Pioneers. We're going to take one with them. Stay with us. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. .505 left in the fourth. 16-point lead for the Grizzlies, their largest of the night. West High inbounds. Higgins with it on the near side. Across the way it goes. Hutton has it. I take it back. Valdez over there had it. Now here comes back to Higgins. Higgins drives. Loose ball underneath. They're going to call a foul on Tayshawn Williams. That's the 6th team foul, so West High will be shooting free throws after this. Phillips misses. Glover gets the rebound, sends it to Williams. Williams, scoop shot doesn't go, rebounded by Phillips. He sends it down the far side. Underneath Hutton, doesn't go, rebounded by Sincere Thompson. Benning brings it down for Northwest on another fast break off the glass, count it. 18-point lead for Northwest. And they're pulling away. They are doing what they could not do against South High. There's a 3 off the rim, no good. And Benning is fouled. He'll not do anything in particular because Hudspeth comes back in for Northwest, replacing Sincere Thompson. So we have Williams, Hudspeth, Benning, Glover, and Henderson on the floor. You're 5 on the floor with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and the Grizzlies leading by 18. Make that 20. Tayshawn Williams, another deuce. Beautiful lay-in on the drive by Tayshawn Williams, who's having one heck of a night.
Let's follow it by amazing defense, Northwest.
There's a three-pointer, nothing but net
Never mind.
by Higgins. Tayshawn Williams will bring it across the line. They lead by 17. And Williams stepped on the baseline. That'll turn it over to the Pioneers. 3:25 to go in the fourth.
I'm surprised you haven't said anything about grab your sandwich. I'm surprised you haven't said anything about that.
About what?
About, like, grab your sandwich and stuff.
Oh, they're not going to eat until after the game. There's only one game tonight.
True.
But if you're hungry, folks, we'll talk about it at the next time out. Hutton with it, dishes it into Gavin Phillips. Phillips. Valdez for three, off the heel, no good, rebounded by Hudspeth. Hudspeth, a long one to Benning. Benning up off the glass, and it's good. 73-54, 2:50 to go. And Higgins drives the basket and scores on a fast break opportunity. Northwest, and that'll have, that's a foul that's going to be charged to Higgins. That'll be his third. It's only the fourth team foul, so they had fouls to give. L.J. Phillips back into the game for Northwest.
Reminder that L.J. Phillips only has 4 fouls, so he has to be really, really careful on what he does. But hopefully he gets some points and not get fouled or not draw a foul. Hopefully that happens.
Benning with it for Northwest. Drives, puts it up off the glass and scores. 75-56, 2:15 to go. With a win, the Grizzlies would go to 12-7. There's another three off the rim, no good. And West High hasn't been hitting the threes this half like they were in the first half. Williams pulls it back out. The Grizzlies now in a point where they don't need to score points, they need to kill clock. There's a held ball, a jump ball call, and on the alternating possession, it will go to Northwest.
I think that's what killed West is not making their threes.
That's mostly what they were shooting in this half, and you're right. The threes were not going in, and they weren't catching their own rebounds like they were in the first half. Benning for three off the glass, no good. That'll go out of play and turn over to West. Higgins feeds it in. Oh, he fed it into Phillips, and look who stole it but Benning. LJ, yes, score! LJ Phillips gives us a 21-point lead with 90 seconds to play. Around the horn, Hutton puts up a three off the heel, no good, rebounded by Benning.
Take your time, take your time, take your time.
Benning gives it to Tayshawn Williams, and Williams is going to force them to foul him.
Maybe not.
Or he's going to drive it. He drove it instead and scores. And a timeout has been, what are they calling here? Timeout's been taken by Northwest. Tayshawn Williams was slow to get up. He's kind of hobbling off the court. And don't be surprised if we don't see him the rest of the game. West High will inbound.
He did an amazing job, though.
Grizzlies by 23. Higgins has it and dishes it off, and Bigelow's shot is blocked right back into his face. Hudspeth takes it for Northwest. Back to Benning. Less than a minute to go in the game. Grizzlies will go to 12-7.
Officially.
And there's a loose ball that Benning picks up again. And he's just, nobody wants to foul him for some reason. They have fouls to give.
They just don't want to. It's not worth it.
Sincere Thompson pulls it back out. Glover with it now. 9 seconds to go. And on senior night, a senior night victory for the Grizzlies. Final score, Northwest 79, West High 56. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back with the totals and highlights in just a moment. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. We're back at Northwest, where the Grizzlies have finished tonight 79-56 win over the West High Pioneers. They go to 12-8 on the 12-7, on the season, with 1 game remaining, and this was a big win for them because this could very possibly guarantee them a home game in the first round of the playoffs. Going to turn it over to Elizabeth Dribben with the totals from tonight's game.
Okay, for the West boys, for Basque, we got 6. For Hudson, we got 14. For Higgins, we got 11. For Valleys, we got 8. Gavin Phillips got 17. Bigelow got 2. For Northwest, Williams got 27.
Wow.
Hamron got 3. Benning got 10. Hudspeth got 6. Thompson got 10. Glover got 12. Phillips got 2.
Wow, we had 4 guys in double figures. Is that right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4 guys in double figures tonight. A great job by the Grizzlies. And I'm looking at Tayshawn's totals. He had 11 points at halftime. He had 16 points in the second half. And he had 8 in the last quarter. So he had 8 in each quarter, actually, of the second half. So he was Mr. Consistency throughout the second half here tonight. And Gavin Phillips, a dominating force for West High, no doubt about it. He is their most prolific player. He's also their tallest player on their roster at 6'6", the center for West High with 17 points. Congratulations to him also on a great night. Okay, we're going to wrap it up from here. It's weekend time. The kids had no school today. So I want to thank our outstanding crew for coming out tonight on a night that was not a school day. And that would be Zoey Tucker, Leslie Bravo, Amara Reid, Gabriel Castillo, and, of course, with the other mic, Elizabeth Dribben. We thank them for coming. Thank you for watching us wherever you are on planet Earth, and we invite you to join us Tuesday for the regular season finale at Cape and Mount Carmel against the Crusaders. We're on the air at 5:40 Tuesday with the Marcus Myers pregame show. Until Tuesday, once again, Grizzlies win 79-56. We'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.